April Fool's Day edition of Size Eyes in the Skies. It is Wednesday, April 1st, 2009. And today in Ames was pretty typical of what you saw on Monday as far as the weather was concerned. It was sunny and it was windy, and we don't like those windy conditions. But also on tonight's broadcast, we'll be talking about a major winter storm hitting the Colorado area. And to close out the show, we'll bring it home and talk about your weekend forecast. Size Eyes in the Sky starts right now.
It's Wednesday night on ISU TV. Broadcasting live from Ames, Iowa, this is Size Eyes on the Skies. ISU TV's longest-running television show brings you the weather around the country, in Iowa, Ames, and beyond. The Iowa State Meteorology Department's team of forecasters keeps you ahead of the next weather system. Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
And welcome back, and I'm being joined by Matt Hoffman, of course. And Matt, now today, once like we said at the top of the broadcast, it was very much reminiscent of Monday. And we don't like those winds, but you know.
No, we don't like those winds. But I mean, it was a lot nicer than we saw yesterday.
Oh yes.
30 mile per hour winds, gust above 40 miles per hour was, it was tragic out there.
Yeah, there was a lot of reports of gusts actually in like the 40-ish area miles an hour. And that was, yesterday was just a ridiculous day. I liked how it started off really sunny and then it got, cloudy and just
awful.
Out there. Yeah,
and today, the exact kind of opposite, a little bit of a flip. We got sunny. We were actually sunny this morning.
Yeah.
But the winds were still up, like you were saying. But as we went through the day, it kind of died down and it felt pretty nice. It feels nice right about now.
Yeah, it was almost average for this time of year. Now it's finally April, so it was almost to average. But we still haven't really had a really good spring day yet, and in spring season yet.
No. What I've been saying is spring has just been put on hold. It seems like
it really has.
We're in this pattern of just these systems keep moving through, and we're just kind of left about average and most of the time below average, which is unfortunate because everyone's wanting those 70s that we saw a couple weeks ago, and hopefully they come back.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, and it doesn't look. The forecast hasn't been looking very promising as far as like those 60
really
and 70 degrees temperatures. But hopefully, it'll happen soon enough. But and
let's hope so.
That's right. Well, why don't we go talk to Liz Suess now? Like we said, those winds. Will those winds be dying anytime soon?
Well, they're supposed to sort of die off tonight, but then they're expected to pick up again tomorrow, which we'll probably take a look at when we look at the planner later, or we could just do it now. If we take a look at the day planner, as you can see, 9 p.m. tonight, 40 degrees, there's a chance of snow, so make sure you're bundled up to protect yourself from the snow. Northwest winds, as you can see, 5 to 10 miles an hour, calmer than today. But then 9 a.m. tomorrow, again, there's that chance of snow, 34 degrees, so a bit chillier. And then north-northeast winds of 10 to 15 miles an hour, which is going to be colder just because it's coming from the north instead of just like today. So that'll keep the temperatures down a bit. But as you can see, 3 p.m. tomorrow, 44 degrees with a north wind of 10 to 15 miles an hour and partly cloudy. So that snow should be done by, I think it said noon on the National Weather Service page, if we even get any snow. And there's not supposed to be any significant accumulation, so.
Well, I think that's good news for all of us, because I know it's April now. We definitely don't want to be thinking about snow.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, thank you very much. And for now, we're going to send it to a commercial break, so stay tuned after these messages. We're going to send it to the wall with, weather news with Matt Hoffman.
All right, thanks, Tyler. Let's take a look at what's going on around the nation as far as some big weather topics. And the biggest weather topic right now is currently out in Colorado, where our weather hotspot is. We can see 4 to 8 inches of snow right along the Rockies here around Steamboat Springs and Aspen out in this area. So ski resorts are probably loving it, and this is going well into the end of their season, so they're still seeing snow out here, so it's probably a good thing for those folks. But if you're traveling, going through those passes, it's going to make travel really tricky here tonight and through tomorrow. Snow all across the Rocky Mountains, but the heaviest will be here right next to this low pressure system on the back side over here in western parts of Colorado. Let's take a look at radar. We can show you where the snow is at right now. Some light snow right now, but locally heavy off to the west, almost here near the Utah border here. But really, showers will be continuing throughout the day, snow showers, and maybe some locally heavy snow showers in this area. So we're going to see this tonight and then on into tomorrow. So another snowstorm kind of ending spring here off for the parts of Colorado. So let's take a look at some cities here. Steamboat Springs, one of those areas that is going to experiencing all this snow. You can see Thursday looking snowy, 43, but the lows will be below freezing, so it'll be enough to support that snow and also being a higher elevated area. Friday, we might see a little bit of a mix with a high of around 45, and Saturday, some remaining snow, 37, but as we head on to Sunday, Monday is going to start to clear out and calm down and also get warmer. Monday looks nice, 47. A low on Sunday night, though, a 17. So still chilly at night. So good to have a fire going in that case. Now, Columbus, Ohio. Now, 70, you can see for Thursday, some mostly cloudy skies in advance of that low pressure system that's actually causing the snow over in Colorado. You can see some rain showers, 56. And Saturday, you'll get another break, some sunny skies and 57. But as we head on into Sunday, another storm system moves your way and gives a chance of some thunderstorms, 62 on Sunday. And Monday looks like 48 with some leftover rain showers, lows looking like in the lower 40s. So let's go back to Tyler.
Thank you very much, Matt. We're going to take a look at tonight's trivia question, which is, there it is, how long is, well, never mind. We'll just go ahead. No trivia question. Well, why don't we just go right to Ryan Alliss with the national weather.
We'll get back to that trivia question later, but let's go ahead and take a look at our national weather forecast. And we're going to go ahead and start out at taking a look at our, if it goes through, our current surface map. We're going to start off from the eastern part of the country. Now, this is the big weather maker that came through earlier this week in Iowa. Eastern Iowa got some large snow amounts. This is that same system. As you see, there's a cold front. This is the main weather player bringing lots of rain. Some snow farther up here to the north, which you can't really see on this graphic. But as we have been experiencing behind this area of low pressure, we have experienced very windy conditions. Otherwise, you start to see this sun graphic coming in. We are getting sunny skies. Let's go ahead and move over here. Well, first, we're going to take a look at temperatures. Up here, 37 in Caribou. Down south, where that cold front had not slid through yet, 63 in Cincinnati, 55 in Washington, D.C. Now, let's go ahead and slide over to our central part of the country. Not too bad here. It is windy, but we do finally get a break from the precip. Up north here, we do have some snow showers, but that's associated with this area of low pressure you do see here. Areas of low pressure, upward motion we get, and that creates clouds and snow eventually. As you can see here, here's our next weather player down here to the south, this area of low pressure. And this is actually creates some severe weather down in the south, which we will talk about here in a bit, and some snowfall, as Matt talked about. Temperatures looking pretty good here before the cold front passes through here. 52 in Kansas City, 64 in St. Louis. But unfortunately, another cold air blast is going to come through. 37 in Bismarck, 32 in Rapid City, and we're going to feel these temperatures here in a little bit. Now let's head down south. Take a look at some of the nicer weather down here. You see that area of low pressure is going to move in. There are a few rain showers. This is going to be more, pick up more tomorrow. These are more isolated in nature right now. But as you can see, not too bad. Just a few rain showers. Looking pretty good. Now, take a look at temperatures. We'll like seeing this. 67 in New Orleans, 66 in Atlanta, 73 in Orlando, and look at that. We're seeing 80 in Midland. Pretty good. Now let's go to the western part of the country. This is not so good news with the whole snowfall thing. As you see here, lots of snowfall in Colorado, as Matt said. But as usual here in the southwest, not too bad. Sunshine and pleasant. But again, another system's going to move in and bring us some more rain, which is unfortunate. Temperatures, 40 in Seattle, 59 in San Francisco, 62 in Los Angeles, as we said, pretty nice. And again, with that cold front passage, pretty cold, 41 in Salt Lake City and 46 in Billings. Not too bad, though, for this time of year. Now let's take a look at national next right now. Here's all that snowfall. It's more isolated in nature, but it's bringing down a lot of heavy amounts. And as I talked about, there's a system up here to the northwest going to bring some rainfall. And as I talked about here, here's some of those showers and thunderstorms. This is going to pick up here in Mississippi and Alabama. A lot of severe thunderstorms I'm going to talk about. And as I talk about this, let's go down to actually a closer radar view down here. We'll discuss this a little bit more. Now, as you see here, here's those showers we talked about. Though this is live, so we get a little bit better picture of this. Now, as you see here, this is moisture, and this is being pulled up from the south. And what's going to happen is this area of low pressure that I was talking about that's up here in Texas is going to drag up that moisture, and it's going to give us more of a juicy atmosphere. So tomorrow we do have actually a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms and actually a good chance of some tornadoes and large hail. So if you have any relatives down there south, you might want to make sure that they're safe, give them a call, maybe warn them, and maybe check out the weather. Good start for the Severe Storms and Doppler Radar Conference tomorrow. Get us pumped up. Now let's go ahead and go back to graphics, thank you, and let's look at the forecast surface map. And here's that area of low pressure. This is going to slide in. I really like this graphic. We get that blast where you see those thunderstorms is actually popping up on our model, which is excellent. Up here, though, to the north, we're going to have a little bit colder temperatures with the cold front passage, and actually pretty good areas of rainfall. Now, this is pretty heavy rainfall that's happening in the southeast. Amount's probably going to be around about ½ an inch of rain, which is pretty good. Now, here's that snowfall with this area of low pressure, very wide in nature. A lot of snow you can expect up here in the northwest. Now let's take a look at our 6 to 10 day temperatures. As Matt talked about, we are in a very cold regime right now, below temperatures throughout most of the country, and this is going to probably last for a little bit longer, unfortunately. The models aren't showing us any glimmer of hope for warm temperatures, so spring hasn't truly sprung yet. Now let's go ahead and look at our 6 to 10 day precip, and as you saw with our radar and our forecast surface map, above average precip amounts, this is kind of what we should expect. And up here to the north, which is kind of good news for us, below average, maybe no more snowfall. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to the desk with Tyler Roney.
Thank you very much, and it'd be fun to go down there and go chasing tomorrow, that's for sure. But for now, we're going to send it to a break, so stay tuned after these messages. Go back and take a look at tonight's trivia question, and we'll just give the answer in a second. But how long is the record tornado path? Your choices were A, 146 miles, B, 412 miles, C, 73 miles, or D, 219 miles. Well, we're just going to show it to you right now. The answer actually turned out to be D, 219 miles. That is a very long time. Now, we're going to send it to the wall with Iowa weather with Liz Sees.
Thanks, Tyler. I guess we're going to take a look at Iowa weather. And as you may know, there's a lot of weather that's supposed to be going on throughout the nation the next couple days. But in a minute, we're going to take a look and see how that's going to impact us. You can see current conditions, 52 degrees right now, so it seems like it'd be pretty nice. But with that 15-mile-an-hour wind, that's really bringing the wind chill down because the wind is out of the west, which is where all that cold air is coming from. And if we take a look at temperatures from around the state, you can see 50 degrees in Fort Dodge, 52 in Ankeny, 52 in Atlantic, and 55 in Pella. So pretty average temperatures around the state. And if we zoom out a little bit more, you can see 55 in Davenport, 50 degrees in Dubuque, 51 in Waterloo, and 52 in Council Bluffs, and 49 in Sioux City. So you can really start to see that cold air working its way into the state. And if we take a look at the low temperatures for today, 25 in Sioux City, 28 in Storm Lake, 30 in Des Moines, and 30 degrees in Mason City. So you can see not average spring temperatures, so those are still pretty cold. High temperatures for today, 50 degrees in Storm Lake, 44 in Mason City, 56 in Des Moines, and 54 over in Council Bluffs. So again, pretty uniform high temperatures throughout the state today. If we take a look at the current surface map, pleasant conditions. That wind is really dying down, which is making the wind chill values go away, which raises the temperature of what it actually feels like outside. You can see there's some clouds starting to form in the northern parts of the state, which may bring us some snow later tonight into tomorrow. So we'll see how that turns out. If we take a look at the forecast surface map, you can see nice temperatures right now. The wind is really starting to die down. But if we advance the graphic, you can see the wind start to pick up. And you can see down in southern Iowa, it really starts to get windy over the next couple days. And then that wind actually moves in here, which is due to this low pressure system that'll move into Illinois in the next couple days. And then you can see that low pressure moves its way through. And then the weather for after that is supposed to be sunshine and pleasant. So great weather as soon as that low pressure moves through. So we can only hope that this is what actually happens. Forecast rainfall, you can see not much going on until Friday, where we're actually supposed to get around a little more than ½ an inch for most of the southeastern parts of Iowa. And if we take a look at the forecast for tonight, low of 31 degrees, so still pretty chilly. A northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Like I said, that's dying off a lot from what it has been the last couple days, with a good chance, there's a chance of some snow for tonight. And then if we take a look at the forecast for tomorrow, partly cloudy with a chance of snow again in the morning, but that chance of snow is supposed to start to die off as it gets warmer and warmer throughout the day. 45 degrees for a high tomorrow, and winds out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles an hour. So they're going to pick back up again, but hopefully that should be the strongest it gets for the next couple days. If we take a look at the extended forecast, you can see chance of snow showers tomorrow with a high of 45, a low of around 28 Thursday night, 53 degrees on Friday with pretty sunny skies, and a low of 32. And then on Friday, you can see a high of 52, but there's a chance of rain showers on Saturday, and a low of 41. And then on Sunday, it's supposed to be around 40 degrees with a chance of some mixed precip from anywhere between rain and snow. And that all depends on what the temperature decides to get to, and then low of 29, and pretty steady throughout the week with just a couple of rain and snow showers thrown in there. So
Yeah, it looks like just this pattern is just going to keep continuing.
Yeah.
It seems like into next week. So.
Yeah, we showed at the end of the week, well, even Sunday to Monday, it was in the 40s, lower 40s, and it still hasn't felt, it still doesn't feel like spring out there. So, hopefully soon, but, at least the next 5 days don't seem like it, so
yeah.
temperature-wise.
Well, 50 degrees on Friday and Saturday.
Friday
so not
seemed
too
pretty
bad,
good.
but
Yeah.
I know everybody's hoping for that 70-degree warm-up.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and we've seen, a really active pattern, the snow in Colorado and Alliss, the severe weather
Yes.
you were mentioning.
Yeah, the severe weather down south, big risk tomorrow. We actually have SPC puts out probabilities. Anything over like 10% is big, and they actually have 40% out, which is really big. So they're going to be chasing out there tomorrow, for sure.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I mean, just all part of this active pattern of just these systems moving through, and the whole nation's seeing it, really.
Yeah, I know. We've been looking at it in my Meteorology 301 class, and our professor is like, look at this, it's just one low, and then another low sets up and it fills in for where that low moves out, and it just keeps doing that for the next, week.
Yes.
Extremely active, and at least we've missed out on a lot of those big snowstorms, off to the west they've been seeing and whatnot, as far as the Dakotas mainly. I mean, I remember that last week they had that 30 to 40 inches of snow. That's just
I know. It's crazy.
absolutely ridiculous. So.
Oh, yes, indeed. And
I think we'll take a look at the day planner again. You can see 9 p.m. tonight, chance of snow showers, temperatures around 40 degrees, northwest wind 5 to 10, so the wind really dies down as it gets darker. And then 9 a.m. tomorrow, another chance of showers, temperatures around 34 degrees with a north-northeast wind of around 10 to 15 miles an hour. So it'll pick up again, the wind will pick up again a little bit overnight, but it won't be too bad. And then by 3 p.m. tomorrow, just mostly cloudy skies, a chance of some sunshine in there, 44 degrees with a north wind of around 10 to 15 miles an hour. So...
Yeah, sounds like an okay day. At least the snow will be accumulating.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not like we don't really care all that much. We'll be stuck inside all day.
we will be
Yeah.
in Des Moines. That's right. So, all right, well, we're gonna wrap up tonight's show. So for Liz Cease, for Matt Hoffman, for Ryan Alliss, I'm Tyler Roney. You stay classy, James.